Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Angelic Alchemy Meenakshi, and I am here today to share some messages that I received during Dreamtime a few weeks back. And I thought they were also tying into the winter solstice energy as well as what the forthcoming year 2024 highlights are going to be like. And so I thought I'll share the same with you today. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am a practitioner of past life regression, as well as angelic alchemy Reiki, and an Akashic records reader, a spiritual mentor as well. You can find more about me on my website, angelicalchemyholistic.healing.com, and I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble by the same name. And you obviously know my YouTube channel here as well. So thank you. Welcome to those that are joining in new and those that have been here. Thank you so much for your love and support. It is truly appreciated. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you. So let's begin. I wanted to actually start by talking about a dream that I received about 3 weeks back now. And a lot of these dreams are usually tied into timelines. And I know that for most of us here, we receive our messages either intuitively, just as you're sitting as downloads, or it could come through meditation, which is the theta brainwave, or delta, because in the meditation, you can also access delta brainwaves and wake up as if you've just had a dream. And then there is the delta brainwave when you sleep at night. So this dream that I wanted to share today was centered around, it felt like it was the center point of Earth on the map. And the land, look, I was walking around, and they were giving me snapshots of, different parts or different angles, different aspects that they wanted to share, which is my guides, which are the Divine Mother, Divine Father, and the archangels of creation and the Christ consciousness race. And the first flash that I got was this beautiful place. It looked like a center point of a city or a town, but more like I would say Turkey, Greece, or Italy, perhaps, that area. Large limestone rocks forming the flooring of the ground. And as I was walking, I just came across lots and lots of cats, kittens, and felines in different forms. There was a lot of feline energy all over, and they were newly born. It was really beautiful. There were just so many. It was difficult to even walk through. So I was just super thrilled, super excited in the dream as well. And I just couldn't stop, my amazement in the dream time. And I remember just picking them up and talking to them and kissing them, bringing them so up close. They were really, really beautiful. There was a caretaker. Of course, I had many caretakers taking care of them. And so I placed them back on the ground, and then I moved, the scene shifted to the next message, which was of the collective consciousness. Then they showed me from the same ground, if I just turned around, I was then facing the ocean and beautiful blue waters. So the waters were not murky, so that's good. They were beautiful blue waters. And when I saw to my left side, yes, it was deep, deep ocean. Immediately, it wasn't, it was as if it was the pier. So I could see the ocean to my left side in front of me. I was facing the ocean, and it looked really beautiful. The waters were blue, and definitely there were waves in the oceans, but they were in the ocean on this side, but they were gentle waves, and they looked very pretty, and people were swimming in them and enjoying. And then my focus shifted to the right side where the same ocean continued. And on the right side, there were a few buildings, which again, corresponds to or is a symbol for our matrix, people being in buildings and boxes and houses. And in between the buildings, I could see the rest of the ocean, which was very turbulent, wild, to say the least. And there's no one swimming in them. So it looked very rocky. It also felt like the portion of the ocean which was calm was far more than the portion of the ocean that was shown as turbulent. So the left side of the ocean was about 55 to 60%, looked like approximately, maybe even 70, I'm not sure. And the rest of the ocean was 40, 45%. So that's what it looked like. And then the third message was that of light workers. I was just seeing, how did I know they were light workers? It just looked like they were people who were consciously working for the planet. I knew that they were, going to teachings, learnings. They were doing activities. They were involved in healings, and they were constantly scanning the earth to see where healing was needed. So I saw them, and they looked really so that's what they showed me, and they look exhausted, they look tired, and they look like at this point they were dragging their feet, but they weren't stopping. They were still going on with whatever they were going doing, and they definitely looked like they needed rest. So these are three messages that came across through the dream time, and then I connected with my guides to understand them. So the first message, we have received and are going to continue to receive beautiful feline dragons on Earth. They have already started coming, and I felt them personally through a personal experience in October for the 1010 portal. Beautiful feline dragons. So they are a mix of feline and dragon energy together. So it would be kind of like a jaguar with dragon wings. They look absolutely majestic, beautiful, fearless, powerful at an altogether different level. So that's the race that has come in, as they're depicted in the animal race that came in, which was mostly the feline race. Um, and understanding what they look like, understanding the feline race, most of what I saw was a jaguar race. They were definitely spotted. Um, and if you look at what Jaguars stand for, that's the energy then, that they're bringing to the planet. Jaguars are very powerful. Okay, let's look at them physically, what they do in the physical, in the ecology, um, chain, and what they are like from the original galactic feline race. So physically in the ecology, the Jaguars are fearless, they're powerful, they are solo hunters. They don't need a herd with them. They can walk alone, and they have very good sight. They can work in the night. In the feline race, in the galactic feline race, for all of them, whether it is lions or it is tigers or it is jaguars or black panthers, the energy that these beings are bringing with them are that of number one, they are shapeshifters. So they are uh, beautiful companions for shamanic journeys, for healing journeys, for scannings, whatever that they work with their benevolent partners that are here working in full sacredness. So that's what they do. They can obviously, shift between timelines, dimensions, all of that. They can glide through it very easily. They are fearless. Again, as a race, they are a warrior race, and they have always, in the ancient times, fought wars. Never want to put down their swords till the battle is done and the light has won. Also, kind of reflected in the light workers that were dragging their feet. They were so exhausted, but they were still going on. The other thing that I feel I've known about the feline race, especially also about the jaguar, but also the lions and lionesses, is that they are one of the most powerful seers of our galactics. So they're very powerful seers and oracles. They can see into the future. So those are some of the traits, and of course there are many, many such traits, and they are bringing in this energy onto Earth now. And so the reason I wanted to share this was just for everyone to know, and I'm sure that other people will get similar messages, that this beautiful race is here to help us. This beautiful race is here to anchor in their beautiful energies into Mother Earth, into nature, into all of the elements and the elements that they bring with them. And this beautiful race is here for us to tap into their energies and to connect with them and say hello, you know, and look and see if you have a spirit guide there. So it's beautiful to have a direct connection with them, and work with their energies irrespective. They will still be doing what they came here to do on Earth, which is protecting and taking care of Mother Earth and the children here. Apart from that, they will also be born in, the physical for the human children coming in as well. The second part of the race, the dream that I wanted to explain was the waters, the oceans. Clearly, what they're also depicting and what they were sharing with me was that the waters depict or symbolize the collective consciousness energy. Now, we've seen what this year has been like for us. The coming year as well, it's going to be a mix. There's going to be beautiful, calming energies, which I will speak about a little bit more about the messages that I received. Of course, take whatever resonates and ignore anything that does not. uh, resonate with the messages that you're receiving or anything that is connected to your soul. But how I'm seeing it and the messages that I'm receiving is are that we are going to go into powerful times ahead. The collective consciousness is going to rise and expand at an altogether different level than previous years. And that's why the calm oceans were far more in their percentage and their expansion and their reach than the turbulent ones. And that's what it looks like for the coming year as well, for the collective consciousness, for the people waking up as well. And also, it symbolizes, and what the message that came forth was, irrespective of whether the seasons or circumstances that we are going to be in are going to be calm, like the waters on the left side, or at times turbulent, to remember to be able to swim in both of them in a balanced manner, or to be able to balance ourselves through both types of situations. So if it is calm, we're able to swim. If it is turbulent, we're able to do our cycling and balance ourselves in the water, if that is all we can do, or even swim when we get a chance to swim, and to not to drown and let anything sink us. We are not going to let that happen as a consciousness. As a collective consciousness, we're going to rise. So even in turbulent um, weathers and circumstances, to remember to maintain that balance, that peace, and know that all of these energies are here guiding us. So, yes, that's that. And thirdly, the message for the light workers and other beings. I don't want to classify anyone as light workers, healers, and it's not a way of separation, but kind of like when you're working in an office and you have a human resource department and you have a finance department, you have an accounting department, you have technology. Similarly, on earth, everyone's doing something. Every single person that is here comes in with specific codes and a job and a trait that they are bringing with them to the party, to the experience. So we've been through a lot as a collective. Looking back at this year, there was a video that I had shared, messages that I had shared, I think around March, where I'd spoken about the dark night of the soul. And somehow they did send a message through at that point that Mother Earth and the collective consciousness is going to go through a dark night of the soul this year. There are going to be a lot of ups and downs, a lot of activations, and a lot of catalyzing events are going to occur. And while we, talk about it and we share the messages, it's not always shared exactly what will happen, because then some people can go into fear, and sometimes we may not know what to do in a situation like that, and sometimes the events just have to unfold in an impromptu way for us to be able to take the perspective, the higher perspective at that point, and see how we're going to react to it. So that's exactly how this year has been in terms of the collective consciousness of earth, Mother Earth, going through the dark night of the soul, where a lot happened to rip away the peace, harmony, and hope and faith. A lot happened that could have badgered it completely out of existence. However, still we were hanging by the threads to whatever hope that we had, whatever peace that we had, whatever harmony and love that we could anchor in. And that's what this whole year was about. We were at an energetic, spiritual, and there was a physical war going on throughout the year. And having been a part of both the spiritual, energetic, as well as the physical war energies that are here, people have been tired and exhausted. And that's why a lot of you may or may not, but may be feeling tired at this point, because our bodies are telling us that it's really beautiful how the seasons are made, and Mother Nature gives us an answer to everything. And if we go with the flow and we connect our heart to hers, we actually are riding the wave, and we're going through the same seasons as her. And she's directly telling us, hey, children, it's time to rest. It's time to recuperate. Pretty much what the bears are going, you don't need to go into hibernation, but really respecting yourselves. And if you're feeling tired, if you're all up and energetic, ground yourself and keep doing what you're doing. But if you've been tired and exhausted, feeling the need to sleep or even eat a little more than you usually do, and I'm not saying overindulge, but this is a time to rest, to recuperate, to ground ourselves more, and prepare us for this rebirthing energies of the winter time going into spring. And as we do that, some of the things that we can do is eating foods that help us ground more. Because they were also showing me feet when they were showing me the light workers and people that are consciously or subconsciously working, and what's happened to them. Their feet looked like they were really heavy, and that the energy had not cleansed out of their feet. So something was blocking their energies from cleansing. And that is basically because they were not resting enough and not being able to, dip their feet in water and connect with nature. So we need to make sure that we are balanced. And as we are doing everything else, we want to make sure that we're also spending enough time in nature, no matter what the weather is like. If it's snowing or if there's a snowstorm, if there's water, rain, just making sure somehow, if nothing else, you can go to a tree in the backyard and connect with its beautiful energies. And foods that really help at this time are grounding foods. And it was really beautiful because when I was just getting the messages, and just last night I had pomegranates for dinner. And so they were saying pomegranates, red berries, so raspberries, a lot of greens. They were showing me leafy greens. Sweet potatoes are really beautiful to give you that energy, carbohydrates, and that beautiful, all the vitamins and minerals that you get from sweet potato, which is so good for our skin, for our eyes, for our brain, for stomach, for everything. It's just a power food. And it also helps to ground energies because it is a little bit heavier than other foods that we eat, as if you're vegan or vegetarian, as compared to leaves and other vegetables and fruits that we eat, sweet potato is denser. So it really helps to ground those energies in. And then obviously you can go for juicing, or, at this point it's just too cold to have smoothies. You can continue with the smoothies, but beautiful soups, which you can make again with beautiful butternut squashes and pumpkins. And again, you can use sweet potatoes for this for the soups as well. A lot of celery. So eating and ingesting good food, which is going to help you ground your energies, your root chakra in, will help you rest, recuperate, and make the most of this time, because Mother Earth is also, as we are resting, recuperating, meditating. A lot of meditations, they are the key now, because the messages that are flowing through the veil, because the veil is much thinner at this point. If we are at this center point galactically as well, from all around, up above, down below, all around us. We have the benevolence of the galactics and the planetary systems sending us the most beautiful, powerful waves of abundance, love, compassion. It is overflowing at this moment. So this is the best time to really fill your cup and rest and take it all in. This is time for you. Okay. Also, crystals that they said that we could use for this phase, this time period, is red tourmaline, red jasper. A lot of the black crystals could be tourmalines, again, obsidians, hematite. Hematite is great for magnetic repulsions. Rubies are great, and yeah, any of the grounding crystals. Okay, you can also look for citrine or um, pyrites. They're beautiful crystals for grounding it from the solar plexus all the way down to earth. So they also help with the willpower. So these are some of the crystals that we can use, and some of the foods that we can eat to anchor in those energies. Also, what I wanted to share was the messages that I received were that we are in a very high frequency, high manifestation timeline. So, as much as we have had a turbulent year of the dark night of the soul, a lot of despair, anxiety, fear, hopelessness, we are now ready to let them go, release them, let that nightmare go, release it, and anchor in positive thoughts and the love and compassion which is flowing through. Two emotions, it's like if the universe is sending us emotions, and if the universe is based on emotions, two emotions that are coming through at this point for our collective are love and compassion. And as we receive this love and compassion, we can in turn alchemize them and turn them into peace and harmony and balance for the rest of earth, for ourselves, and then the rest of earth, anchor those energies in. And as we go into it, manifesting positive energies, positive timelines for yourselves and for the creation. So, because coming year 2024 is going to be a very powerful year. Of course, there it's going to be, as we saw the ocean, there will be times when disturbances will come in. There will be times when events and situations and circumstances will be created, as they always do create them, to thwart the light. However, the light is going to shine through. It is a very powerful year, the coming year, for the divine feminine energies, as I can see, rebirthing of the divine feminine energies, balancing. Balanced energies, first of all, that is one message that was coming through. So, having done the work of, if we have finished doing the work or have, mastered in a way, working through dark night of the soul, working through duality, understanding and mastering the understanding of duality and how it works, what is the truth and what is an illusion, how to use the light to see through the darkness and to work through the darkness using a light without going into fear. So, we've done a lot of that this year. So next year, we are going to be able to use the experience and the expansion our soul has received to sift through the energies that come through next year. And the energies are going to be powerful for creations. You're going to receive a lot of, if you're open to it and if you're positive and feeling abundant, you're going to be receiving a lot of positive opportunities, creative opportunities, ideas. The intuition is going to be heightened. There's going to be a lot of nurturing feeling, a lot of love and compassion that is going to flow through. And again, the illusion is going to be broken. Once again, the veil is going to get thinner. However, to really take it next level, the groundwork that I just mentioned, that my guides have also been telling me, is required to be able to see through the next level of illusions. And we're going to do really well as far as that goes, is how I see it, because most people have been working very hard and diligently at, the shadow work and being able to break through the illusion. So a lot of collapsing of structure will be done, and a lot of what the curveballs that are going to be thrown at the collective, people will be able to see through it. And people will voice their opinions about it, and they will speak the truth, because this year, some of the lessons that we really received as a learned as a collective and mastered as well, is connecting with our heart, with our own heart's discernment, to see the truth from the false, and then connecting with the throat chakra and healing of the throat chakra and expansion of it, to speak our truth and be our authentic selves and give ourselves the honor of being who we are, not dimming our lights anymore for someone else, and really putting ourselves out there. The collective has spoken, and how we can see it around us, whether it is a light workers, healers, or it is the rest of the collective as well, going through, the war and everything else that is going in. There's been a lot of throat chakra activation. So now that we've gone through all of that, that phase, we are now prepared for next year to take it next level, to be able to see through the veil and say, this doesn't sound right. This is made up. This is false. We don't believe in this. We can see the truth behind this. This is the story being told, but let's see what the truth is. People will be able to do that quite easily. And so, really tapping into, for that, really tapping into your heart. Heart discernment is key, and the key will be now to really take the internal guru, the internal high priestess that you are, the internal oracle that sits within you. You take that to the next level, and instead of looking for confirmations and validations from others, we just look for what our heart is telling us, and we start trusting ourselves, we start believing ourselves, we start taking our intuition to the next level. As we do that, our souls, our experiences, our own souls blueprints will expand even more. And I just want to sum it up by saying, we do not need any external initiation or energies from an external person to initiate the guru, the wise one in us, the high priestess within us, the soul's blueprint within us. We do not need an external person, being, to activate or initiate us for our roles here. We do that by tapping into our own hearts. Therefore, let's do that. Go within and activate your soul's blueprint on your own. Activate that high priestess in you. Activate that goddess or the goddess energy within you. And activate that seer and that oracle within you, because it is time. It is time for us to really upgrade and go next level. And that's what the next year is going to be about. 2024 is going to be about speed. That's something again about the Jaguars, speed and agility. There's going to be a lot of speed, agility, and focus. Those are three traits which I missed mentioning earlier. We're going to need those traits next year because it's going to be, what was that word that was coming to me? Force. There's going to be this force next year. It's going to be really fast. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be like, whoo, let's go. We've got this. That's the energy that the Jaguar brings in. And that's the energy that it is best that we also enter the year in. So let's prepare for it by nurturing ourselves, nurturing our souls, and going within and enjoying this beautiful winter solstice energy and allowing for the beautiful, benevolent, galactic source energies of love and compassion that are flowing through now abundantly to flow through us and anchor in through us. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. Have a beautiful wrap up to this powerful year, and we look forward to the beautiful 2024 and beyond. I love you all. Infinite source love and blessings to each one of you, and gratitude. Lots of love, blessings to you and your beautiful families. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Thank you.